So what I'm going to do here is just summarise what we've been doing in class this morning. This wasn't a deliberate class plan. I got asked a question and we ran with it. And what we've been doing is playing with techniques and principles over crossing over your opponent's limbs, both standing and on the floor. So just take this as principles rather than literal techniques. So what we started to play with was Joel was taking a hold of two wrists. And we've got various drills that we do from that. What we were doing was crossing over, so as I freed this hand, that I can impact, okay, with whatever I may choose. This is kind of akin to Wing Chun. I actually learned this through Lao Gar many years ago. Again, take it as a principle. Keeping the thing standing, what we also did then was a technique known to Aiki-Jujitsu as Jujinagi. So the 10-hand throw, because the shape that your attacker makes their arms in the end is the 10-hand. So what I'm going to do, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take my right hand and fit it into this gap here. And in doing so, I'm going to open up my thumb with a view to keeping control of this wrist. I'm then going to break this hold. My right foot steps, and I'm just going to turn around for the camera. My right foot steps, and as I turn, I cross his arms. Okay? So what I'm doing is barring his own arm across here. Now, if I want to be brutal, okay, that's a punch. It's also a throw, very, very difficult throw to break fall from. We'll go from here so you can see from a different angle. So again, because I'm right-handed, I fit into this space here and keep control of that wrist. I then break this hold and I step, and as I step I cross his arms, and there is the hold and the throw. I got asked, can I throw from there? Hell yes. Okay, nasty, isn't it? All this, would you believe, came from groundwork, and I was illustrating principles. So Joel goes to the ground, and he's got what we would term a butterfly guard, where I put my hands on his shins, and we were doing guard passing, various things. But what I was saying is that here, Joel, because he's got both legs free, there are nasty things he can do to me. For example, we know Joel loves his spider guard, his idiot sweep. And we're saying there are lots and lots of other things. If you do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you've got X guard, you've got De La Riva guard, all sorts of up kicks. So what I started to do was to control Joel. I was crossing his legs over, okay, with a view to guard passing. By crossing over at different levels, I've got different options. So if I was to cross under here, I've then got a knee crush, which you normally do with them face down, but there's a variation. If I cross over just here, so at the back of just below his calf, what I've actually got is a double leg Achilles crush, which is on my YouTube channel elsewhere. But all this is just coming from the principle of, rather than being open-legged, crossing over, and the same when you're standing, crossing over for control. So again, take this as principles, not literal techniques, okay? Crossing over for control. Best people in the world for this, the Wing Chun people, it's what they do. So I hope that's of interest to you, and thank you, Joel.